welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing some CAD tags for the autumn journal, and I'm doing a background to start off with using my Distress inks, and I'm just going to put this down. This is vintage photo I'm using, and then I've got 3 tags here. 2 I'm doing from autumn and 1 just a general one. And I'm just going to dip these. I've made out of some file folder. I'm just going to dip this in to this like that, not particularly covering it. Now, I saw this technique many years ago. I think it was Tim Holtz did it years ago, and he's also got it in his book, which I've got. So you just pull it through this, and it doesn't necessarily need to be covered. I'm just going to add a bit more dark there, and a bit darker there. And then what I've got to do is dry these off. The next colour is going to be peeled paint, and I add spritzes of water to this, and I'm just going to put a bit of this on, not everywhere, just in places that I feel it's a little bit lighter, like that. A bit up the top there. Yeah. There we go. So I need to dry them off next. Next colour is spiced marmalade, which I've now got all over my hands. And this is sort of like the autumny colours that are coming now. I've also got the blower that I thought I might have a go at. It does sort of splatters. Like that. So I now need to dry that. I could stop there, but I think I'm going to put a darker colour in, and I'm using Rusty Hinge, and I'm just repeating the same process just to give it that bit more autumn colour. There. Now I'll dry these off as well. Next I'm going to do some stamping, and I've got my Ephemera text stamp here, And I think I'm going to just do a bit of background stamping with this. Let's get a wipe out, and I've got the rest of that and something to stamp off on. And I'm going to use the archival black. Okay, I realised I hadn't turned the camera back on, and I did some flicking with some acrylic, black acrylic paint, water. It takes a while to get to the consistency, and then I put it on a stipple brush, and I just use this for this kind of thing, and you just flick over like this and you get a very fine spray like that. You can see that. Anyway, I do need to clear this up, and I'll be back in a moment. It all cleaned up. Black goes everywhere, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to do 2 autumn ones and just a small Tim Holtz one that I've got here. And I'm using a piece from the Tim Holtz backdrops, this page here. Whoops, sorry, this page here. And I'm just inking round with some walnut stain. I've got a bit of white showing on it. I just want to get rid of it. And I also want to put some material, fabric, on where this is here. I thought I would put a piece on to sort of match it, like this, just over the top of it. Those pieces always come in handy. And I'm just going to staple it on with one of the little Tim Holtz staples. And then glue. On the side there. Maybe not all the way over. And then I have one of the Tim Holtz people. I think I'm going to put my hole in the top first because I'm not sure where I'm putting his head. I can go up there, just like that. I mean, I'm not putting a lot on this, just very simple. When I come to use it, maybe I'll decorate it a bit more, I'm not sure. This is just a sort of spare to go in the box. I'm not using this in the autumn journal. There, it's one. And then I have the 2 autumn ones. And I have put some pieces together for this. For this one, I've cut out some of the Tim Holtz skeleton leaves to go on here. I like the way it comes through there. So I just need to glue these down. Don't think I'm going to ink these. Like that. And then I've just got this word from the kit that I'm using to go along the bottom. like that, and I will put a hole in here. While I'm at it, I'll do the same with this one as well, just to make sure I've got it in place. Okay, this one, what I've done, I've cut out some of one of the tags. There's some tags in the kit here. And what I've done is just cut one out around the top and the bottom so that it can go on there. And then I've already inked round that one. I've got an old Artie Mays autumn words. I've got a couple left. My favourite colour is October. Now, thinking sort of like that, but I wanted something else underneath this. So what I have found is some Hessian, which I think I'm going to cut out a piece and then see. I might have to trim it down further. I'm not sure. I don't like that edge. I probably need to trim this a bit. Now, maybe something like that. I'll fray the edges once I've stuck it down. Maybe I'll fray them now. Just take a couple of pieces off. Like that. So I have something like that. So I just need to glue these down, I think, and that on there. So I've put a bow on that one. This, I haven't dyed this seam binding. It came this colour. I've just crinkled it, and a bit of Sari silk on that one. That's for, and don't know what that's for at the moment. But I was thinking these can go in here. And where else do I have a pocket? I have a pocket here. Now that's got too much in. I'll put that there. Something like that, so you can see where they'll be in the journal. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. And this is my ephemera for some of my ephemera for my journal, and an extra tag. Please don't forget to hit the like button, notification bell, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.